heat at? On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and an alley to run. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys 18. They had trouble stopping the run last week in the loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Haskins able to connect there with Richardson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Haskins to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. 60 or. Ready? X3, 218, chop. Watch twist. Snap.
On 1st down, Carrier He gets this one to Johnson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Ready, set. 2-yard gain on the play. Come on, baby. Hey, Charlie. Hey, 50 to Mike. Bam. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Hard. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carrier. And Adams has it complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys! Olabisi Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that. Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss. This is Geis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
Here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, Carrier. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Carrier. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The kick by Marr is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. There's Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Geis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Throwing on 1st down. Carrier, and that's complete to Adams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Check.
2nd down and inches. Johnson's got it complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Carrier. It's caught here by Adams.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carrier. Cooper's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Back to to throw. Carrier. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Oh, yeah.
Second and 3. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordan Leggett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Right here, right here. 52's the mic, right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. We got to get
They go play action with Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carrier. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw on second down. Carrier. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Carrier. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson. As the first half is winding down, and the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shift. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Ready.
Throwing again. Carrier. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right there, 56. Wrap. Tight dog.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now it's Haskins. Off to Geis on the screen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Geis. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On the ready.
50, Mike, 50. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Fire.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
Break.
56. Check 56. Let's get the ball.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Carrier. This is Johnson. He's got it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain of 22. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back, and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
I-7.
On first down, Carrier. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
To throw again. Carrier. Complete. It's Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Complete to Bessie Johnson. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Carrier looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, try to put nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Mike, 55.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
At the 41-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there. 22, jet, cover. 22.
They'll run with Geis. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Carrier. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding ball.
He's going to look for Allen now into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Geis. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Carl Joseph. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, Sam off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on 3rd down. Carrier. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They start on the ground with Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
52 right here. 52. Coming this way. Here we go.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here we go, set, 10 logo.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin,